Hello viewers, welcome to another interesting session of Gen Z versus professors. Today we have a very interesting topic. It's about social media influencers. Social media influencers create more impact on the current youth than teachers. So today we'll see what Professor Alex has to say and what the current youth has to say. So Professor Alex.
Yes, social media influencers, although they do a good job, I would say, in spreading information and spreading dialogue. However, I want to say first of all is that I see that they rise to fame and then they just go away, and it has happened not once. But I've followed many social media influencers who rose to fame and then slowly just went away, right? It has happened quite a few times now that I can say that they are not like a pillar of strength or any permanence. They are just quick to fame and quick to just go away. That's number one. Number two is social media influencers unfortunately are driven by promoted ads and promoted material like advertorial. So many of the things that they say are not based on facts and truths, but based on monetized ads like advertorials. So how much can you really trust that, right? So for example, if a social media influencer is trying to talk about healthy eating habits, they might try to push some supplements that are promoted not by nutritional facts but by the fact that they are getting money for that. So this is the biggest I think problem that I have with social media influencers, that their monetization model is forces them to stay not with the facts but with the whoever is giving.
But I would like to differ with you on this point. Social media influencers can give us updates about the latest happenings and the latest topics. For example, be it your diet, be it a supplement, or be it whatever is happening in global politics, whatever is happening in your country's politics. There can be a lot of different aspects. Whereas teachers or professors in our universities or schools, they create a very minimal impact on these topics. Yes, they might create an impact when it comes to the educational domain, but when we talk about other domains like sports or politics or diet for example again, then social media influencers can keep us updated with the latest trends, with the latest tips or the latest tools that will help us gain knowledge on these topics. So in my opinion, social media influencers can create a very good impact if we talk about a 360-degree domain.
See, it's apples and oranges. Teachers of the teaching community, professors and researchers, they are here to give you the foundation of knowledge, right? Foundational knowledge. They are going to talk about facts and figures that have been established. They are not going to talk about everyday news, trending news. That's where news channels, that's why news channels are for there. And sometimes social media influencers take those trending, those have a little bit shelf life. They take those things and they give their views on that. And as I said in the beginning, there is some value to that, but I don't see there is any comparison with the impact made by teachers who are counselors, are mentors, teach foundational skills, teach the latest trends, but not daily latest trends, but latest trends as for what is happening in the world of, let's say, technology this year, right? Not this day or this week. That's what news channels are for, and that's what some of the social media influencers take those. And another, I think, a pet peeve that I have is that these social media influencers try to sensationalize everything to get views and to get clicks, right? So
so do news channels. News channels are the epitome of sensationalizing things and adding a lot of flavor to quite basic things. So comparing social media influencers to news channels is like there's a huge difference, because news channels hype up so much, even the most basic things, even the most normal day-to-day things, they are experts in hyping up. And nowadays we don't watch news channels. We are using social media platforms, be it for socializing, be it for learning, be it for whatever use. Everything we want is available on social media.
Yeah, it is true that news channels thrive on negativity and sensationalism and fear mongering, and that's what the playbook and the algorithm is copied by social media influencers also, and they try to even more hype up the sensationalism. But as we were talking about, our main debate was our professors and teaching community creating a more lasting impact than social media influencers, which I would say definitely not. Social media influencers are nowhere near to the contribution and the foundational I would say mentorship given by teachers and the teaching community.
So I would like to differ your point. As you said, I truly agree that teachers, whether it's our parents, elders, all those are the building blocks of our life. I truly agree with you. But I can say in this fast-paced environment, we don't need any of those knowledges which takes lots of time for us to understand. We need to understand it in very short time so that we can give a profitable output from our side. So I can say those influencers which are present in today's generations, they are easily first of all they are easily available to us. We can access them from anywhere and they can provide us those informations in a very short span of time. So for me, I think gathering information in a long sort of time is quite time consuming, but getting information in a short phase of time and then providing a valuable output is far better option for today's
I
generation.
think it is between social media influencers versus news channels, not social media influencers versus the teaching community, professors and all that. So there is no comparison actually. So social media influencers, if you see the way they act, they they are taking the youth away from the news media to their personalized channel. But they are not, even if you want to learn something, you have to go back to the basics. You have to do module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, and you have to learn the entire thing, right? You cannot just, even if you hear social media influencers who are talking about the latest trending technology, even for them, they are talking about what technology was out last week or last one day.
So I would like to add one point. You said that news channels convey the latest news and whatever is going around in the world, but what social media influencers do, they convey the latest news and latest technologies in their own creative way, which youngsters are more engaged in. They would not like to see that news channels just simply putting out their news. They would like to see simply global warming issues or any kind of issues in a storytelling manner, because social media influencers are mainly known for how creative they can be.
No, there is no doubt that there is a value to social media influencers and they are taking away the eyeballs and the views away from the news channels. But what I am trying to say is that doesn't by any way affect the teaching community. The teaching community is there to give the fundamental knowledge, the basic building block, and for the trending news, trending things that are happening in the world today, there are social media influencers which are taking away the ad revenue and lot of the eyeballs, lot of the views away from the news channels. So that's what I wanted to say.
But sir, the thing is that teachers are only asked to teach the bookish knowledge and whatever there are in the courses or the course curriculum, but social media influencers are not asked to teach any main topics. That is the job of there are many YouTube channels like Khan Sir or Physics Waller, that they are mainly focused on educational content.
Correct.
But social media influencers, there are many social media influencers like who are mainly focused in comic content, but they also portray very important messages, which I would like to differ from what teachers teach.
No, there are, as you rightly said, I agree to some part that there are some teachers who have become social media influencers. It is basically the storytelling format that is very appealing to the new generation, young generation today. and not only the storytelling format, also the audio video format, where they they show bits and pieces of videos when they are doing the storytelling. That is very appealing, and nowadays that's why many teachers have turned to social media influencers, and not only in the YouTube channel or social media, but also in the classroom. Many teachers are using those kind of formats, because it's become now very easy to create those formats using the Gen AI based tools. So you can create small snippets of AI videos and you can do that. So I know many lecturers and speakers and teachers who are using that. So I think that's where teachers and social media influencers merge. But still there is definitely there is a big space where teaching community, professors, teachers, they have no comparison with the social media influencers. But of course, as I said, that there is a value to social media influencers who now bring in various comic content, various sensationalism, various ways, storytelling formats to convey the message. And even teachers are learning from it, and they are also improving their teaching methodology by using gamification, storytelling, case study based format, and also some of these video making using those Gen AI based video editors. So I want to agree with some of your points, but still there is no comparison with the teaching community, which gives bulk of the knowledge to today's youth.
No, what you are actually trying to say is that teaching community creates an impact that is nowhere compared to what kind of impact that social media influencers create.
Definitely.
But my point being that a student like me or her is in a school or college for say like 6 to 8 hours. The rest 14 to 16 hours we are on our smartphones. So although teachers will give us the basic knowledge, the curriculum knowledge, but the knowledge that we gain on 14 hours in our homes, in our recreational time, we cannot gain in some university or in a school. We are only fixed to that particular curriculum. Of course, that curriculum is also important, but for gaining life skills or for gaining professional skills, we have to go outside of the curriculum, be it related to jobs, be it related to placements, be it related to whatever. We have to go somewhere or the other outside of the curriculum to gain some extra edge.
Yes, universities like our universities like IEM and UM, we have separate skilling in the curriculum. We have textbook curriculum and skilling curriculum, but yes, very few universities have that. But it is true that apart from the curriculum, most universities which follow, it is important for students to have those extra bits of skilling advantage, which I think the social media influencers using their storytelling format, comics and other formats, they do a good job. But as I said, that many teachers are now learning from it and they have become social media influencers. Like Khan sir is one of the biggest employers. He's a teacher, but he's also a social media influencer. So I think that it's a healthy combination between the two that's I think going to stay. But there is no point and no debate on the fact that teachers cannot be replaced. But of course also maybe social media influencers also cannot be replaced. But a healthy combination between the two may be the right way forward.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think this was a very fruitful discussion, and what emerged from our discussion was that there should be a healthy balance. Of course, teachers and professors are a very integral part of our society and they can never be replaced. And again, social media has also become quite recently a very integral part of our society. So replacing that also is quite difficult. So as long as there is a healthy balance, all is well.
Okay, all is well. Thank you, and keep watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. If you find this content interesting, keep watching our channel and share our channel so that your friends can also watch such important content. Thank you so much.